appreciate all that you've accomplished in your life, your home, or your car? Well, if someone offered you twice the amount of what you have over a simple bet, would you take it? If you don't win this bet, you lose everything. The sad truth is that millions of people around the world actually risk everything they have in order to obtain something more. This is one of the many forms of gambling. Gambling is the wagering of money or something of material value on an event with an uncertain outcome in order to win additional money or goods. In the United States, gambling has become a $40 billion a year industry. Las Vegas alone brings in about $10 billion a year from people gambling at casinos or placing bets. According to an article from the U.S. National Library of Medicine, there has been a rapid increase in the accessibility of gambling methods in the United States. Some of the most common forms of gambling include betting on sporting events, casino-style card games, such as blackjack, lottery playing, online gambling, or even just betting money or goods on a skill that you acquire. To some people, gambling may just be a fun activity that occurs once in a while. However, to others it could be a way to escape from the daily issues they are facing, and this can cause a dangerous addiction. People gamble for all different kinds of reasons. Some gambling can be harmless, but others not so much. According to the Journal of Addictive Disorders, there are a few stages that a person with a compulsive gambling disorder will go through. This information was based on a recent case study. The beginning phase of a gambling addiction is known as the winning phase. During this phase, the gambler will be winning more than losing. This causes their confidence to increase and their ego to inflate. Obsessive thoughts of becoming a professional gambler can occur, and the gambler will start placing larger bets with an increased amount of money. The next phase is known as the losing phase, which happens when the gambler's winning streak begins to die down. The gambler will start placing larger betting amounts and will now be losing more than they are winning. In an attempt to gain back the money that was lost, the individual ends up gambling even more than they originally were. This can sometimes cause gamblers to frequently lie to family, close friends, employers, and even casino workers to convince them that the individual does not have a gambling problem. The desperation phase is next and can last for a short time, up to several years. During this phase, a majority of the gambler's time is spent placing bets, playing games, and even planning ahead of time where and when they will gamble. It becomes an obsession, and the gambler is now desperate to win money any way that they can, even if it means risking what they have. At this point, the gambler has no control over their actions and even becomes out of control. And when family or close friends suspect that the gambler has a problem, anger erupts and is directed towards others. Family life has deteriorated to the point of non-existence, and the only goal they have is to get money, which begins to strike illegal activity in which the gambler now embezzles money or steals it in any way that he or she can. For millions of Americans, gambling has become a pathway to pain and misery. In some cases, gambling addiction can cause death just like any alcohol or drug addiction.